Hello there dear YouTube friends. In this video, we'll be looking at the all new and the most awaited OS of the year. It's the Microsoft's very own Windows 11. So in today's episode, I will be reviewing theme designs that have been utilized by Windows 11. So without any further delay, let's get started. The official Windows 11 is all about being stunningly minimal, and the alignments of its elements are all centered. And more importantly, you guessed it right, it's glass-morphic. Well, not all of it, but there are a handful number of elements that utilize the very own glass-morphism design. Even its logo has evolved towards a glass-morphic approach. And to be honest with you guys, based on my opinion, the Windows 11's design as a whole looks like a hybrid of Windows 10's design as well as macOS Big Sur's design. So let's dive deeper into our first design, which is none other than the desktop itself. The desktop has undergone a huge transition, and the most obvious one is the position of the taskbar. The taskbar apps are all aligned to the center, which happens to be an inspiration from macOS's taskbar. But there are still certain features that are kept the same. As you can see, the positions of the shortcut apps and the status notification area, on the other hand, are still located where they belong to as always. So next, let's look at the taskbar apps over here. Since the taskbar apps are all aligned to the center, I find there is an inefficiency of utilization of space on the bottom left corner here. It seems very imbalanced and very blank here, since we are all very well accustomed to the Windows's norm of having icons aligned to the left hand side. Next, the notification area, on the other hand, have been updated with little but some obvious upgrades. As you can see, the pop-up has received a curvier corner with some backdrop shadow at the bottom. The task tray, on the other hand, has gone through a nice design transition with some grayish white background and with some glass-morphic approach as well. The icons are all designed as minimal and as neat as possible. Next, the startup menu likewise is by default fixed to the center, and the applications are all arranged in a grid view resembling the very familiar smartphone-like app grid view. As you can see here, the transition when hovering the icons is pretty smooth and relaxing. When searching for apps, all the apps are arranged alphabetically, so it will be easier for people to search for a particular app when they wanted to use. And over here, the power button, on the other hand, has evolved into even more minimalistic compared to its older design in its prior OS. Next up, let's look at the Widgets tab here. All you have to do is to click this icon here, which will lead us to a sidebar on our left hand side here. So first things first, as you can see, the background of the sidebar is undeniably have been given a glass-morphic design. And if you would like to learn on how to design a glass-morphism easily, you can check out one of my videos where I've gone through an in-depth step-by-step tutorial on how to make a simple glass-morphism design in Photoshop. I've given the link in the description, so you may check it out. Okay, coming back to the widget sidebar here, we can witness that all the updated design to each and every widgets here. For example, the weather widgets, the stock widgets, or even the news widgets. They all can be added to your desktop simply by dragging it from sidebar and dropping it here. And that's how it is. Okay, Next up, we'll be looking at something which is the most interesting part of this video, which is Microsoft Store. So Microsoft has announced that Windows 11 is set to come with Android applications, which are either built-in or ready to download, which can be easily accessed via Microsoft Store. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at next. So this is the very interface of the brand new Microsoft Store application. I really admire the UI here, since the applications are all neatly arranged according to their niche that they belong to. I am also keen on the design of the navigation bar on the top left corner here, which seems pretty unusual since its elements are arranged vertically, but I still adore it though. And another thing is that all the applications that can be browsed on their sections here. For example, you can find Windows Apps section here, where you can find Netflix, WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, Amazon Prime, Microsoft Office, and Adobe Lightroom here. So these are all essential applications which are for every typical person. In the games section here, we can find Cyberpunk, Minecraft, Battlefield, Hitman 7, and Resident Evil. Yep, you're right. It is even easier to download games directly from Microsoft Store into your PC. Lastly, the films section, you can find all the new movies here. Okay, now let's go to our final portion of our video, which are app icons. We can notice that all the app icons have attained a fresh new look for every single app icons. The designers have adopted minimalism into the development of every single app icon. And one thing that you can't miss without noticing is the fact that almost all the app icons have the usage of the color blue in them. And this is to keep up the consistency of the color scheme that the designers have picked. Lastly, thank you guys for watching this entire video. And I hope you guys liked this particular review on Microsoft's latest Windows 11. And I hope we'll be meeting in our next video. Thank you guys for watching again, and peace.